The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 17. Nasdaq's up 2. S&Ps are up 1. Gold contract down $2.50 at $12.89. We get silver up 8 cents, $16.46. You know, silver stayed in its higher range. Gold, not so. Light sweet crude. Bottom line, light sweet crude. Where is she? What happened there? Let me see.
It's saying invalid security on that screen.
What happened to my light sweet crude?
We can pull it up. I saw it was just under $72 is where...
I know.
Oops, sorry.
That's all right.
It was just under $72. We had some volatility today. Where is crude? Yeah, getting a little, just under. 71.96 currently.
Yeah.
It was up at 72.30 earlier.
$75 is coming at us. And what you had yesterday, folks, inside the unleaded market, it was pretty intense. The unleaded gas... What's going on there?
Nope, it's not going to do it for you.
Yeah, so there's something else that's going on here in this side.
Bloomberg's throwing you curveballs.
Yeah, well, they better. Isn't that wild?
Surprise, surprise.
So, yeah, there's something else that's going on with Bloomberg. Bottom line, what I was going to get into, folks, is that unleaded gas went up to $2.22.
Okay.
And anything over $2.18, man, it's like $2.75 is game, which
watch
is...
out.
Yeah, like, watch out.
That's the wholesale prices. What are we going to be paying at the pump, right?
Watch your pocketbook coming up May 30th. Notes and bonds, 10-year note flat, 30-year bond off 6 at 140.23. King dollar tested its high out there yesterday of December 12th. Going to go after it again this morning. We're up 114, 93.395. Euros at 118 to 1 US dollar. Yen is at 110 and a quarter to 1 US dollar. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin and his team, they got a great program. You want to understand options, strategies, futures, all of the above. Fabulous show. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, real easy to do. Come over to our website at TFNN, hit the banner, bring it up. You can trade with paper money. You can go through all these different strategies, and you can see which one of them are going to work for you. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, man.
Good morning, man.
Yeah. So we have Walmart came out. Numbers aren't bad. Was up a couple percent. Now it's down a couple percent. It looks like that thing's going to be moving around all day long.
Exactly right. Tom, $122.69 billion in revenue.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
It's inconceivable. I mean, the numbers that they put out, you know, them, Apple, whatever, it's just, it's mind-boggling to wrap your head around how much money they take in.
Right. But Tommy, the only number everyone cares about is that e-commerce. Right?
Yes.
What was their growth in e-commerce? And that being 33%, a lot of people had guesses of around 30, so that's a good beat there.
Okay.
Yeah. On the e-commerce rise, you know, much better than 23% last quarter when they sold the stock off. So obviously there's some profit taking. Remember, early profit taking right after earnings has been kind of, you know, for a lot of the stocks, has been kind of the norm for this earnings season.
It did. Remember, it started with the banks. Yeah. The banks come out with mind-blowing numbers,
everything
man.
Was record-breaking.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, you know, is it shocking that it's sold off? Yeah, it's a little surprising based on those numbers, but it's kind of been going on across the board here in earnings. But later on, remember, they come roaring back. So I'd watch real carefully here, Walmart, how it acts, number one, the rest of today and then into the end of the week.
Yeah, no, I like how it's trading, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I do too, Tom.
This thing, you know, we went from 110, you know, down to this 85 area.
Right.
I like how this is trading out here today because it's not getting into that lower point. Now, the number, I was just coming in and I just heard this number. This is a mind-blowing number that on their website, they don't talk about hundreds of thousands of things. They said there's millions of things to sell. It's like, that's like, how is there a million items? But the millions.
You got to compete with Amazon. You know they got millions of things on there, right?
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Millions.
For sure. And then the other side, right? JCPenney.
Yeah, now JCPenney, different ballgame.
Interesting, because we've had the discussions with Kevin included in terms of retail, discount retailers maybe doing okay, but no, JCPenney, not today.
Right.
You know, JCPenney is really what I think it's turning out to be. This is just a long goodbye.
Yeah, right.
From JCPenney.
Just like Sears. I mean, it's you know, there's something about those iconic brands of, 30, 40 years ago that,
That's right. Hey, Tom, all you need to know about iconic brands and how they do over the future is TD Ameritrade's building in Chicago is in the old Montgomery Ward building.
Yeah.
Right? Where they owned this entire building for storage, and now this is all office space.
Yeah.
And apartments and restaurants. So that goes to show you what, legacy retail, what happens to you long term if you're not constantly adjusting and changing.
Yeah. Now, you know what's so intriguing about that? Because I know that building well that you're in, and what's so really cool, folks, is that the whole, not only, and we know that the demographic and how we shop is different, but how people live is also different, because I can't even picture that now being in neighborhoods, you know what I mean? Because it's so dynamic, and then the aspect of, it's young, a lot of office space, a lot of business, you know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely, and it's a thriving neighborhood that we're right in the middle of here, right along the Chicago River.
Right.
And but like I said, it used to be Montgomery Ward's storage facility.
Wow.
And now it's, like I said, a big office tower. Same building, though.
And Tommy's bringing this up. So, company founded 1872 by Aaron Montgomery Ward. How's that?
And then it has a dash until 2001.
There it is. That dash.
Right? Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's JCPenney, Sears, all those look like they're. I mean, I don't know for sure but it certainly looks like these companies
are
just being overtaken by a new economy.
I would agree completely. And it's like you look at JCPenney in terms of comparables. I mean, and again, we've talked about it. You have companies like Nordstrom that has their Nordstrom rack now that's directly competing with the JCPenney, where it's good items at a discount price. Let alone the other competitors' online clothing, where JCPenney doesn't quite have the niche they used to in that area.
And very nice segue, Tommy, because we'll get JW Nordstrom's earnings after the bell today.
Right, perfect.
Oh, now that's going to, I can't wait for those ones.
I like how they have a hand in each part of it, where they have Nordstrom's, which is the high end, and then they have the rack,
then
which I love.
Then they've got the Nordstrom rack, then they've got online sales, and they compare it into one big number.
You know what's amazing, too, is that you'd think, I mean, I love Nordstrom, but you'd think that they would have been ahead of the curve more with the internet. And the reason I'm saying that is that, we had an office up in Alaska, so I was used to Nordstrom.
Tell me that,
and what ended up happening is that, remember, we would buy.
Shirts.
I used to buy shirts, and everything was online. Not on. No, I didn't. I called up, I think, right?
No, I forget. But they probably had a book, just like, you could order it probably
but they were into that.
Mail order or whatever.
Right, and they didn't, it wasn't like they charged you a lot of money. So it's surprising that, that's 30 years ago, okay, that I was doing that. But it was surprising to me when everything was catching on that they couldn't accelerate more. But,
No bigger sector going through a change right now than retail.
Yeah, no doubt. Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, you want to understand options, the futures. Great program. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Have a great weekend, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back, and we got natural gas coming up, baby.
That's right.
Dow right now, down 4.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 5. You get the Nasdaq up 1. S&Ps are up 1. King Dollar is up 119 ticks, 93,400. And that little baby, let's go over that for a second. So that little baby is teetering right at the December 12th high here. But you know what? It looks like you're going to have the volume again. We get 16,000 contracts. That's good contract volume. We did 27,000 yesterday, I believe. Yeah, 28,000 yesterday. That'll do 28,000. And, you know, it's testing this 93,480. Oh, my God. How does this work? Look at the high of today.
93,480.
It's like so weird, isn't it, when that happens? Especially, it's like, wow, and it happens more often than you think, folks, that it goes to a tick. It doesn't mean that it's not going to back down and blow it away, but when it does that, it's like, really? You got right there, and the buying and selling stops at that particular point, or that's where the fight is going to be. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The natural gas. So
yes.
let's take a look. Let me look at this.
Nope. Oh,
now it came up.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right at the top.
What was I looking for? What was I looking for?
You were looking at oil originally.
Oh, let's just hit oil just for a second. So we've hit 72.30. You get 255,000 contracts. Look at this. It just keeps going, man. You know, you get the volume dying a little out here today, but bottom line is that now you're only, what, $2.50 away from the $75 mark.
$3.50 really, right? Or where you?
Well, it hit 72.50 today.
Okay, 72.30. Yeah, we're trading under 72 right now. I just don't know where.
So natural gas. Natural gas. We've had a spread out here today of 4 pennies, 278 low, 282 high, and we'll bring up the real quotes inside the Nadex platform right now. You've done 44,000 contracts, and you come in at your strength. So let's take a look at it. Let's set this baby up. What we're looking for, folks, is a volatility trade inside the natural gas contract.
Okay, so it's Thursday. Let's take a look. It's 10:20 right now. We'll jump over to the natural gas market. So we're looking at the June contract, and of course we get the EIA numbers. I was going to say half hour, 10 minutes from right now at 10:30 a.m. every Thursday. Here's our natural gas contract trading at 280, basically call it 280 on the dot. What's the 4? That's 1/10,000th of a tick, whatever it is. So we're at 280, and I have the contracts, the spread contracts on the left here. And if we jump in, what's going to happen? These are the ones that expire at 11.
Ooh, look at
we're
that,
going to have 280. What is nice, I mean, the spreads usually line up at some division of 5 pennies. So it's going to be 280 to 3 or 275. It's not going to be 279 to 309, right? So it's nice when you have the contract trading right where you're looking for, because I can probably tell that automatically the 12s are going to line up the same way, right?
Yep.
The 230s are going to line up the same way.
Nice.
So we're going to be able to jump into all these contracts, and the only thing that's going to change, realistically, most of it is going to be your time, okay? So we'll start off with the 11 a.m.s. And if we're looking to set up a volatility trade where we're looking to buy the bullish spread, which has profit potential from 280 up to 3, we're looking to sell the bearish spread, which has profit potential selling it from 280 down to 260, right?
Yeah.
What's awesome about this is that we're basically paying no intrinsic value, and that's where these become more affordable, because you only have premium on either side.
Yes.
And it's a pretty comparable premium because we're pretty close to 280. So on the bullish side, we got about 8 pennies we're paying, which translates, excuse me, not 8 pennies, 8/10 of a penny, which is 8 ticks, so $8. Yep. And on the bearish side, we're able to sell at 279. 1 penny equals $10. So right, $18. So $18 is going to represent 1.8 pennies away from 280. So call it, you need 2 pennies of movement with commissions. So you're looking for either 278 or 282 becomes your break even.
This is intriguing today on this one.
Yeah, no, very little premium, and that's helped by the fact that you're right at that pivot point. Now, just to remind people, and I know they know this, you can be bullish or bearish, and you just take one of these trades, and then that becomes where you just need 1 penny, right? I mean, we're trading at 280 right now.
Right.
If you want to buy just the bullish trade, you're looking for a pop, you just need 281, right? You sell it, you just need 279. You can see where
it's hard to comprehend that.
It's a nice trade, limited defined risk with a lot of profit potential, and you can see the profit potential in terms of, 20 cents represents $200, every penny being 10 ticks, $10.
Right.
So those are
the 11.
Those are our 11s. So we'll jump to the noons. And we say noons, they expire at noon, 10 till 12. So here's your noon bullish spread, and you can see that it's only costing an extra $1, the bullish side. And the bearish one is probably going to be a very similar. So, yeah, that's costing us about $24, which would be 2.4 pennies away from the 280, but that's giving us till noon, right? And now let's jump into, these are our 8 till 230s, which now go for 40 cents, okay, as opposed to the 20. But, but realistically, 40 cents in one day isn't really a realistic move. So most of the premium added to these is going to have to do with the time. And just to jump around, here's our bullish spread here. Here's our bearish. But what I want to jump to quickly
is the daily.
Is the full daily, because I'm guessing, as normally is the case, that they are going to be an identical bid offer. Okay, so a little bit, identical, but keeping in mind here that they're identical, except you have 10 cents extra. These are 50 cents versus 40 cents.
Right.
So if you were going to be making that trade, I'm just going to close these out, because why wouldn't you take the 50-cent one if you don't have to really pay for it, right? So here's our till 230s now with 50 cents of movement, and those are going to end up costing us, bullish one's about 18, bearish one's going to be about 22. The difference being that the bearish one has like literally 3 ticks or so of intrinsic value, so you're looking at about $40.
Right.
So
4
you got,
cents away from
280, which is where we're at right now. Yep, we're at 280 right now.
Right. Exactly.
4 pennies away from there. So you're looking at either 276, 284, and those you have till 230. So we lined it up 18 cents. 1.8 pennies for the 11, about 2.4 pennies for the noon, and about 4 pennies for the 230.
Now, what gets intriguing with this trade, folks, because that, a lot of times we like the noons, okay? It gives you that spread. But when I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, ooh, I kind of like this 11 o'clock, because the news comes out, like you're only looking for 2 pennies.
Just because it's so small, the value that you need to put up. Sure,
exactly.
And that's where the market biases come in for sure.
Yeah.
But to pull back up, so there's the contract, and just to revisit, there's your bullish spread, There would be your bearish spread on the left, going from 280. And so right now you're looking at, add one contract on each side, about 21. So and the reason why that's going up a little bit here is because as we've been chatting, this is now 6 ticks in the money on the bearish side.
Right.
So that's where this discrepancy, the bullish one's 8, the bearish one's 13.
The bearish one went up, the bullish came down a little.
Yeah, what's happening is the bullish one really hasn't come down that much because still they want you to pay about 8 pennies for that, the premium.
Yeah.
Whereas the bearish one, they're going to make you pay for intrinsic value immediately because that's just an arbitrage opportunity if you don't. So those are the trades. Well, it's 10:27, call it right now, and we get those numbers at 10:30 on the dot. We'll see what happens.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials up 17, Nadex up 6, S&P's up 3.5. Coming right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 648. You got the NASDAQ up 5. S&Ps are up 2. And let's see what we got here.
So natural gas inventory is rising 106 billion cubic feet. Here's your breakdown of kind of regional takes on where it is. We'll jump back and see how the natural gas market is reacting. So on that news, pretty close, right? We're trading at, call it 280. We're seeing a little bit of volatility. And that's where it's nice, where, you know, we said that if you went bullish or bearish, you only needed 1 penny to break even. And you can see that even on a number that's not too volatile yet, we got a penny up, we got a penny down, we're back to about 280 where we were. And we're about a minute into the market digesting that news, but nothing too crazy as of yet.
It's pretty amazing that the option market, and you know, that's what I mean, option traders love to say, is that they most times really can understand what type of movement is going to take place, you know?
Yes, no, I mean, it's the type of market where supply and demand find the equilibrium, right? In terms of if the market is not assigning a proper risk to the expected outcome, then somebody comes in and buys or sells to push that market back to an expected norm. And that's why it's so close to in line. You see our option traders talk about the expected move, and it's kind of right in that expected move. Well, why is that so? Because there's a lot of money in play, and if the market is not correct, then the money pushes it to the correct way. Otherwise, there's opportunities that traders capitalize on. So yeah, sitting just above 280 currently. Like we talked about, the 11 a.m.s are going to be about 18 ticks, 1.8 pennies. The 12s are going to be about 2.4 pennies, and if you want to go till 2:30, you would have to pay about 4 pennies total for both sides of it.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
We'll see what shakes out.
It's laying there, man.
That's right.
So let's go into, let's see, what do we have moving in the higher volume stocks out here. So JCPenney's a big one. That's down 34 cents. Cisco's down $1.40. They came out with numbers last night. Let's go look at Cisco. So this is
the forecast in that headline too, and forecasts are always the big one.
Yeah. So we'll see. It
doesn't matter what you did in the last 90 days. If you tell me the next 90 days aren't going to go so well.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So let's see what else we have here. You got GE is up 11 cents. Walmart down $1.70. Walmart's rejecting that lower price.
Yeah. It would make sense, right? Like we were talking to Kevin. They had good numbers. They opened so much higher.
Yeah. And, you know, let's go look at it. If you look at it, what I was saying to Tommy in the break, you know, it wasn't going after the swing low. You know, that's where it dropped out of bed. And
that low, if you recall, was when they purchased that Indian company.
Okay.
That was, you remember when it opened down, they spent, I think, $16 billion to acquire like 75% of the Indian retailer.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're kind of back to right before that day. And that was an interesting take, just jumping all around. But I think it was about $16 billion they spent. And one of the things that I heard, just various people talking, speculating about the deal, was that it's such a long-term play. That's, you know, to be a public company and say we're going to sink $16 billion into a company, and it might take us 5 to 10 years to capitalize on that, is not what you want to hear as a shareholder.
Right.
And that Walmart hasn't had the best track record of just being able to buy and capitalize.
No,
as in Jet.com,
right?
They bought that, and you still see the struggles. As in last quarter, Kevin mentioned it, they were only growing online at 20-something%, which seems big, but their numbers aren't that.
And not when you look at Amazon.
Their numbers aren't that big. They should be able to really be growing monumentally if they ever have a shot to compete with Amazon. So,
yeah. So let's go look at the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. Strength out here this morning, point-wise, Boeing, yeah, of course, Boeing, up 12. That's putting 12 positive points. Caterpillar's putting 6. Goldman 5. Taken away from it is Cisco, Walmart, Johnson & Johnson, Merck. It's about an evenly set up here.
Yeah.
Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. Mylan Pharmaceuticals up 2.8%. Take-Two's up 2. They came out with numbers last night.
Okay.
NVIDIA's up 2. NetTease, that's getting smoked. Look at that. Let's go we'll look at that. That's down 8.5%. So let's see. This is at a low too. They develop application services, other internet technologies in China. The company's core business consists of email service, web portal. So it's a China company. Been on
e-commerce China company. And excuse me. Yeah. What is happening, man?
Yeah.
Maybe they're not in sync with the administration over there. You got to be working with the government when you're working in China, and it's pretty remarkable that they're in obviously an expanding space in terms of e-commerce in China.
Right.
And they're just coming down. What was that high? Almost $400.
$377. Yep.
Oof.
And that was January.
Yeah.
Yes, January. Yeah.
Yep.
Straight down.
Straight down.
Straight down. So, let's see.
No, go ahead. Because that's a couple days ago already.
There it is, right there.
Where you go? Right here. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. What is ADS?
Yeah, the ADS would be.
That's the
shares
depository.
Yes, so shares in the United States.
Instead of earnings per share, earnings per ADS, right?
Right.
I mean, that's a big miss, man. $1.61 versus $2.15.
Yeah.
Especially when they took in more revenue than they thought they were going to take in. So something's going on with where you spending all that money, right?
Right.
What's going on, man?
Right.
Yeah. Let's just see what they say here. So NetEase's fast-growing e-commerce business is likely to continue depressing the company's margin in the coming quarters. So 101% growth led NetEase's business segments, but delivered gross margin of 9. Wow, look at that number. 9.5% margin, far below
62.1
of its core online gaming business. So they're growing, but they're growing in a business where they're barely making any money, right? They're growing in the business segments, their business segment, but they're not making any money in that segment. They want to be growing that 62% segment, which I guess they're not.
Seriously, man.
Yeah, NetEase's game sales should deliver stable sequential growth through the year as MonStation ramps up on a new survival shooter. So they have games, just like, I guess, Terminator 2. Yeah, but it's all about those margins, which would tie into the profitability.
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
There's, it's amazing when, you see these large companies taking in billions with a 60% margin.
Crazy.
It's like, it is. It's
the likes of Facebook, the likes of Google.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, totally.
Yeah.
So let's go over and take a look at Amazon, because, when I'm going to try to go to one of these Whole Foods stores the next week, because I suspect, when we were reading that article yesterday, you must have to show your Prime membership. Well, you must have given it to them.
Somehow, yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Because what we're talking about, folks, is that Amazon is saying that they're going to give Prime members deals at Whole Foods, and so it's okay. You're going to have two different price things, because like the halibut was $10, so if you're not a Prime member, it's going to be $20. Right. They're going to get a lot more business, a lot more Prime members.
I agree.
Because
I agree for sure.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see if people actually sign up for Prime, only because they already have so many signups, you know. But I agree that that's going to get people into those stores if you're a Prime member.
Yeah. I haven't been to a Whole Foods in, I bet, a year.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I go a couple times a year, realistically. We have a couple good stores. We have Nature's Food Patch, which is similar here in Clearwater. Right. And then I like Publix. I do. They have good stuff. I buy their Greenwise brand, which is more like organic meat, organic chicken, especially for meats.
And they don't kill you on
no,
price.
price-wise, yes.
Right. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 63, Nasdaq's up 20, S&Ps are up 7.5. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we have the Dow right now up 60, Nasdaq up 21, S&P's up 7. And let's go just look at that natural gas again.
Let's check back. Yeah. So we had the stockpiles rising 106 billion cubic feet, right? Estimate was about 105, so pretty close to coming in line. And that's why we didn't see too large of a reaction initially. And still, as we check back,
laying right there.
Laying pretty close, right? Laying pretty close.
Right where we wouldn't want it.
No, I mean, if you're making a volatility trade, you want action one way or the other. And you especially want a bigger miss than coming in within 1 billion cubic feet of where the estimate was, right? In terms of 106 versus 105, pretty close to in line. Nothing too surprising, but we'll see what happens as we watch these. Generally, we sometimes get a move far after the news comes out, so we'll check back in one more time, but nothing too spectacular. But like we mentioned, what was nice about the trades is that we really weren't paying too much. As even right now, the 11s were costing us $18.
18 to 21 bucks.
Which would have been 1.8 pennies away.
Yeah.
And even right now, even with looking like there's no movement, we have about 7 to 8 ticks of value to the downside right now.
Right.
So you're still looking at only a 50% loss, when realistically, you know, you could lose that entire investment if it expires at 280.
Just wait another minute.
That's right. That's right. We'll check back in. Totally.
Let's go here. I know. We'll go to that gasoline because the Bloomberg's up right now.
Okay.
Okay, so gasoline, here it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God, it went up again. So it was 224 yesterday, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that move.
Yeah, it opened at 224.99. Whatever, you know, I know the openings are different times, but that would have been yesterday's close, essentially.
Look at that.
Yeah, and we were just at 219, so
you're
talking about 7 pennies a movement almost in the span of 24 hours.
This is wholesale, too, folks.
Yeah, but that's going to be 7 pennies at least translated to the gas tanks.
And so if we bring this, I'm going to put this on the continuous contract, XB1. So you can see what we're looking at. And what it has to do with, where the 218 came from, is that when we came down in 2014, we did a counter-trend bounce, and we got to 218. And that is the number that it overtook. See, that's 218 right there on June of 2015.
Okay.
And this is dangerous. This is like, okay, so, you know, you can now, I mean, there's clear sailing to the lows of the bottom of the consolidation that we were in from 2011 over to 2014.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we bust through this 250, I mean, 315 is game again.
Oh, I would agree.
That's going to be almost, that's pretty incredible.
I was just looking, so from November of 2013, looks like 249. And then 244 going all the way back to 211. But we're
so
right
that's,
there.
That's game.
Oh,
that's
we
game.
just moved 7 pennies in 24 hours, man. So when you put it that way, right? And, I mean, quite a trend
Yes.
Quite a trend.
Yes. And you know what is amazing when you think about it is that when Saudi is saying that they're going to come out with Saudi Aramco, where the price of oil was at that particular point, it didn't seem like they could really get it going. And boy, do they get it going.
Seriously.
Right? I mean, they got it going.
And they're still getting it going, man, every day.
They want that $2 trillion market cap, which, you know, our banks are telling them they're out of your mind. Go, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why what had happened, folks, is that they did the road show, and they wanted the $2 trillion and kind of said, okay, we're not going to list here. Now we're going to list overseas again. But bottom line, they want to list in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's
and especially
just
because part of what I've been reading about just in terms of, you know, people trying to, you know, get into that stock is saying, number one, do we really trust what's on the books over there? Number one, and what they're putting out.
Right.
And number two, that they're releasing such a small portion of the company, right? So it's going to be a $2 trillion valuation.
5%, I think.
Yeah, but they're only raising, you know, 5% of that $2 trillion.
Right.
So basically, the shareholders are going to have no say in the government.
Right.
It would be like, you know,
Zero.
it would be like Mark Zuckerberg coming out with Facebook and saying, guess what? I'm going to sell.
It's a pocket money.
I'm going to sell 5% of Facebook. I'm going to own 95% of it.
Right.
I mean, you just got to be aware that you're going to have you can't be an activist investor. You can't be, you know, none of that. As in, you were at that whim, and that seems a little dicey when there might be corruption going on, and they're trying to stamp that out. But that's where the cautious investors are at least you know, proceeding with caution.
Let's go over to CBS. So this is going to be cool, pretty cool watching this shakeout, folks. There's a huge power game that's been going on for 2 years. Today, this is a big day in CBS, however, because this is what it is. If we look at CBS is trading $53. Now watch this, PHDC. We'll put up the ownership.
Yep. What
you're going to see is that, let's see if I can find it. It's going to be, it's not even, this is pretty wild. You get Capital Group owns 15% of the outstanding shares.
I was just going to see if this expands down. Okay, so it's all capital. Just go ahead, yeah.
That being said, though, is that the...
Looking for the Redstone?
Yeah, I am.
I'm not sure.
So they own 10%.
That's it. So we're already down to like less than 1%.
I know, but it's got to be in here somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out how...
It could be part of that capital, maybe if it's 10%. That's why I was trying to expand it.
Yeah,
to see what.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it this way. I'll do it this way. The point is, this is what's. This is
Viacom. Go to Viacom. That's where it's going to be. It's going to be Viacom's ownership.
Yeah, it would be, but that's why we should have just. Let's see. 1 second. Nothing's there.
It's all going to be Viacom.
Viacom. So we pull up Viacom Class A. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's a different class of stock. That's what it is. That's why. Because what the deal.
Can you go into the PHTC or?
Yeah. What the deal is, folks, is that CBS has two different. The Redstone family only owns. They own 10% of the shares of CBS, but they own majority of the voting shares, so it's going to be a different. It's going to be a different CBS. Actually, I'll try to pull this up again, see if CBS comes up with a different ownership. CBS. Oh, here we go. Okay,
Class A.
There it is. That's what we're looking for. See, look at that. That's non-voting class. Look at that.
Who wants to be a non-voting?
Seriously, man. Okay, so now we get the voting class, and PHDC. Wow, look at this. Oh, there it is there. That's going to be them right there.
Okay.
This is saying they got 87%. There is Norwood, Mass. Okay, so this is, so they only own 10% of the shares, yet it's saying here that they have 79% of the vote.
Oh, yeah.
So what has happened is this, is that they were one company. Redstone split them apart years ago. Now they want to put them back together, and the battle's going to be on. And evidently inside the CBS charter, there was, who knows how long this goes back, that they can issue more shares, and they're going to court today. And the judge had already put a restriction against Redstone of doing anything before this meeting is today and this hearing is today. And CBS wants to issue the shares, and they're going to dilute them down to 10%.
Okay.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That's intense, man.
Yeah.
That is.
And that's Les Moonves, right?
Yes, it
Leading
is.
that, yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly.
Quite a battle.
That's and, you know, well, depending what the judge says today, we're going to get an idea of what's going on. And this is where that's why companies get incorporated, big companies in Delaware, because it's a different court, and these things will go very fast. You know. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
One of the keys to success in anything is the ability to make new distinctions. So what new distinctions are you making to achieve even more success in your life? When it comes to trading and investing, I wanted to become the best of the best, which is why I went on to make new distinctions. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest have been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as the #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 in gold. On Wednesday, May 23rd at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers one of my newest distinctions, which is how to follow the money and do so with multiple currencies. You see, money has to flow somewhere, and with the world getting smaller and smaller each day, you and I can identify exactly where most of the money in the world is flowing. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guarantee trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 65, Nasdaq up 23, S&P's up 8.5, and
yeah, just to jump back, so some of those details about the CBS deal, right? So it is interesting, and we pretty much had it all pegged correctly. So it is that the intent is to vote on a dividend that would cut Redstone's voting stake in the company from approximately 80% to 17%. And that's what's going on. So they have an injunction right now, and it's expected, as we scroll down, that the judge expects to rule before the start of CBS's board meeting today. Not sure what time that is at, but pretty pertinent information. And the real deal going on here is, you know, as people are watching it, is that if the Redstones win this, that would keep their voting shares at 80%, which would then, if Redstone prevails, Moonves could be booted from the company.
Right.
That is, and so you could see investors like Les Moonves in charge of CBS.
Right.
So if Redstone wins, you could see CBS face some downward pressure today, to say the least.
Yeah, let's look at that chart again.
Yeah. And on the flip side of that, if you see Les Moonves win or CBS win, you could see those shares go higher, as that could allow them to dilute Redstone's stake from 80% to 17%.
And look at this. This is a small ABC up, so this is going to be cool. So,
where are their lawyers in terms of Redstone? I'm just laughing, you know, in terms of what contract had the ability for the voting shareholder that owns 80% of the voting shares not to be able to control getting diluted to 17.
Right.
But anyway.
Well, see, it was an ABC up, but it finished the ABC up when it hit the high. Let me put this on a weekly for a second. Doesn't say much, man. This stock is, well, it's not down that bad. $70, what's that, 2 years ago? No, that's actually
about a year ago.
That's a year ago.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yep.
Stay right there, folks. We have swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon, as well as Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.